Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. It's like literally like a dark and gloomy day out. It's been raining since like last night. I can't tell if it's still raining. I gotta check the leaves. I think the rain stopped. So, but anyways, I like it. This is October weather, right? It's supposed to be crisp, cool, chilly fall weather, right? This is this is acceptable for the season. Okay? So, that's good. So Halloween's coming up. I think we're in Libra season right now. And after that, it's going to be Scorpio season, which is my season. Woohoo! But aside from that, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So, actually, I should put this on the charger. Hold on. Oh, hold on, let me pause it. I'm back. There we go. Okay. Still nice and like warm too. So that's good. Okay. I'm gonna start with Kipper. Wait, is this reverse? Yeah. What else? I think that was the only one that was like flipped up right. Courtship upright, which is amazing because in yesterday's reading, if I'm not mistaken, this card also came out upright. Right? So somebody's really thinking about a courtship with you, partnership, a relationship, hoping that this would lead to like a celebration or a 333 I just seen, hoping that this would lead to like the Four of Wands in tarot, which is like celebrations, comfortability, marriages, contracts, right? Things like that. Home, family dynamic. What else? A mother, like someone wants you to be the mother of their children, or you want to be the mother of someone's children, or someone wants to be the father of your children, or you want someone to be the father of your children, right? It's something with the family dynamic, the upbringing of a family together, right? So there's that already starting off, which is good. I love that, right? On the bottom of the deck we have marriage upright. So yeah, someone's thinking about marrying you. Okay, marriage upright, that's good. I love that. That's sweet. So someone's courting you to marry you, right? I mean, that's actually how it should be going anyways, right? Courtships and then marriage. 440440 I seen, right? And so this is good. I like this. This is nice. And I don't want to keep going because I feel like there's this energy that wants to they want to sniff this out. Whoever, there's an energy around you that knows you're either in this courtship or you're about to be in this courtship. And whatever this courtship is, it's a guarantee to marriage. All right, this is a divine union, but there is an energy. They're trying to sniff out this courtship, whatever this is. They want to sniff it out to stop this, right? To kind of get in the way of this, to sabotage, right? So be very careful, be very mindful of your next steps moving forward. All right, because whoever you have in mind that you're courting or you plan on courting, and that you have marriage in mind with this person, be very mindful, because somebody essentially wants to like sabotage it. Like, no, don't marry them, marry me. Or like, well, if I'm not going to marry you, then no one's going to marry you, or something like that. Very, very petty, very bitter. But it's a very bitter energy. Like, so this could be a bitter masculine or a bitter feminine that's trying to find out like who's courting you or who you're courting, right? Because they know it's a guarantee to marriage. So I don't know. There's definitely a bitter energy around. All right, I'm gonna move on to this. If I feel the need to go back into Kipper, I will. I don't want to, because I don't want to ruin the energy, but if I have to, then if I have to pick up more cards, then I will. It's just, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'll get one for this courtship energy, courtship marriage energy. Okay. Yeah, okay. The teacher. Study and share your wisdom with one experience enough to value it. So someone feels like they can learn from you and you can teach them as well. Someone feels like there's a reciprocal give and take with knowledge, information, wisdom. Someone can learn from you and you can learn from someone. Someone is looking at you as like, people don't want to hear this, but like, lead me, guide me or something. So I feel like the divine feminine, when it comes to spirituality, she spiritually guides the divine masculine so he can properly lead the divine feminine. All right, behind every great man is a great woman energy. So I feel like this is kind of that. There's a man, there's a divine masculine that knows that you will give him the proper guidance, so that way he can do what he has to do, which is lead his life, lead as a father, lead as a provider, lead as a caregiver, lead as the head of the house, lead as in a business, lead the family, whatever. Okay. Study and share your wisdom with one experience enough to value it. So this person so if you're the divine feminine, this is someone that is willing to accept that. It's reciprocal. Like, they are willing to, it's not like you're just guiding and then, hello, what are you doing with this information? Why am I telling you this? It's not like that. It's like you're guiding. You would be, essentially, right? The whole point of this is you would be guiding this divine masculine, and that's essentially, he will, and then alchemize that, utilize that, and put it out in the physical, right? So that's actually really good. That's how I believe, from my personal perspective, from my personal opinion, I believe that's how it should be, right? Because it's kind of like, you can't, it won't work if you're just giving the tools of guidance and they're not using it properly to lead, or if they have the ability to lead, right, but your intuition sucks and you're leading me down the wrong path and I'm leading everybody down the wrong path, right? So this is someone who is willing to lead because they know you're willing to guide. No, hold on one second. Hold on. Okay, so it says the teacher, study and share your wisdom with one experience enough to value it, be realistic. Okay, and there's something, it's not like, there's something about being able to see eye to eye, seeing each other's vision. Okay, it's like something about the core value, like your beliefs are like, you're attuned to each other's beliefs, or you're attuned to how you see eye to eye, or you're attuned to, like, it's not like, it just makes sense, right? Your guidance and their leadership, it just coincides. It's like a lock and a key with the whole be realistic, because it just makes sense. All right, act learned, wise, and quite mature, and learn the meaning of l'amour, which is love. The one for you, that teacher's pet, loves all the learning they can get. This is someone who wants to truly understand what is needed, so that way they can move forward and take action when it's necessary. If you're well-schooled or even self-taught, you'll gain the prize that can't be bought, which is love. A marriage, a contract, a commitment, a proper give and take. Like, you're giving me guidance, I'm going to give you the leadership that you require, right? It's like that. That's what it says. And then that's the teacher, right? So there's something about ancient wisdom, deep knowing, ancestral knowledge. My nose is so itchy. I'm on point. All right. So there's a lot of that happening right now, which is good. And this is the problem, because now I have to go into this deck. I just need to get like 2 cards in this deck, and then I'll move on to tarot. Okie dokie. I keep getting the word reciprocal. It's giving it's giving a lot of 6 of Pentacles in tarot, right? Okay. I feel like when you brew a pot of coffee and then you pour it into a cup, right? A different container. It stays a lot warmer than a K-cup, which is very interesting. So I'm just going to get 2 from here, and then I'll move on to tarot. I really don't want this energy to be ruined. I don't, but I just know that there's like a bitter, evil eye lingering around. I can feel it. We have Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. So either the divine feminine or the divine masculine could be a Scorpio, or there's someone. There's something about this dynamic, these 2 people coming together, no pun intended, is going to drastically change something around them. Their environment, their lives, their world, their community, their jobs, and whatever this is, these 2 people coming together, no pun intended again, so I should say these 2 people joining together. I'm also hearing joining together in holy matrimony. So this is going to be ending up in the marriage. So these 2 people joining together is going to drastically change things. I'm also getting like a tower falling. So the tower in tarot is also Scorpio energy as well. So it's essentially these 2 people joining together is going to knock down something false. Something false that was built, or a tower, I don't know, a tower, an identity, a relationship, a business, whatever. Something that was built falsely is going to fall because these two people are joining together. It could be a belief, a community, a cult, a organization, a group of people, an idea, I don't know, an illusion. Okay, it could also be something about illusion magic, someone trying to like cast illusion magic, manipulation, things like that. That's also going to whatever was built, whatever tower was built under manipulation and illusions, because these two people are joining together, that tower is going to fall. All right. Also, I was just talking about how Scorpio and Scorpio season is coming up. All right. So Scorpio, water. So you could be a Scorpio. This person could be a Scorpio, or any other water sign: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. But this is also, the 8th house is also about merging, coming together. No pun intended. Joining together. Okay. Joint finances. Joining together. Intimacy, transformation, death, healing. There's a lot of transformation and healing, all right? So I feel like because these two people are going to be joining together, because the 8th house is also, it requires some type of death. That's just how Scorpio energy is, right? So when these two people join together, that's that tower energy, that's the sacrifice, that's the death card, right? Something will fall, something will end, something will... It's just how it is. It's like one door closes, another door opens. All right, that's the energy. It may not even be like death, like an actual person's gonna pass away, God forbid, right? But if that's the case, then that's the case. But that's neither here nor there. It's just really talking about how something will end. Whatever tower that was built falsely out of illusions and manipulation, that will end, that will fall, so that way this can be built. All right, whatever this new thing is being built, it will be built. On the bottom of the, oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck it says pity party for a narcissist / liar. So there's, I think that's who has this person is very bitter. This is who's casting an evil eye. This narcissist. So you have a narcissist that's casting a bitter, that's casting an evil eye on this union or this partnership, this courtship, this marriage. They're very bitter. That's what they're trying to sniff it out. That's why you have to be very, very careful moving forward. Because someone who's bitter, they're trying to sniff this out. Who it is, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Right? They're trying to sniff it out because they know that, like, if these two people join together, whatever tower that this narcissist built, this bitter narcissist, whatever they built, is going to fall. So they're trying to sniff it out, to sabotage it, to stop it. Right? Because if this doesn't happen, then their tower can remain standing tall. Their false tower. Okay? So that's that. My nose is so itchy. Alright, I'll get one more. And then I'll switch to tarot. Gosh. I'm actually going to make this reading super quick. Nurtures to create carbon copies. So this is this narcissist that wants to... So let me tell you something too. This narcissist, they have a habit of like victimizing themselves, or being in that victim mentality. Woe was me, right? Help, damsel in distress. Or this could be a masculine that always feels like the world is against him. It's that energy, okay? They just love the attention. So that person is very bitter, because they know that there's a change happening. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it's coming from. They don't know who's who, what's what. And that's what's freaking them out. That's why they're trying to sniff out this courtship, okay? But anyways, this individual, this narcissist, they nurture to create carbon copies, which basically is like, they love mini-me's. They love people that'll do their bidding. They love people that will like follow them and do whatever they want. And it's like, I keep kidding. I keep getting a lot of like the Wicked Witch of the West. The Wicked Witch of the West, right? She's the one with the flying monkeys, right? They're all the same. They all do her bidding. They all jump when she says jump, right? And what happened to her at the end of the movie? She melted, right? Everything that she built was gone, right? There's also this could be a very envious individual. I don't know what this person is, but this could also be a copycat. This person is copying somebody. This narcissist who's bitter, that's trying to sniff out this courtship, this is a copycat. Either this is a karmic feminine copying a divine feminine, or this is a karmic masculine trying to copy a divine masculine. A karmic masculine trying to copy a divine masculine, or a karmic feminine trying to copy a divine feminine. Whoever this individual is, you'll know because they constantly victimize themselves. That's who this is, right? They always need someone to pity them, always need someone to, oh, are you okay? Like, right? And it's just like, ugh. Attacking your throat chakra. So whoever this person is, right, this copycat, they don't want someone to talk or speak their truth or speak their piece or say something. They don't want someone to talk. Now, I don't know if this is because they don't want the divine masculine to talk or they don't want the divine feminine to talk. But whoever this copycat is, they feel like by you speaking up and speaking your truth, it really shines a light on their imitation, all right, on their false tower. Attacking your throat chakra. When your throat chakra is blocked, you're shy, right? You become arrogant, anxious. You tend to lie and you lack creativity, all right? When your throat chakra is open, unblocked, you're able to communicate what you need to communicate. You're able to express yourself fully without being anxious or shy, or, oh, I don't know what they're going to think, or I'm afraid of what they're going to say, right? You're able to be of service, which is be helpful to your fellow sentient human being, all right? Your fellow sentient being. And you're able to tell your truth, speak up for yourself, right? It's like you know what you want, you're going to say what you want, you know who you are, you're going to say who you are, you know where you're going, you're going to go where you're going to go. It's that energy. But it has to do with words, right? So whoever this copycat is, I feel like they also do a lot of manipulation with their words. That's how they build up these false towers, manipulation, delusions. They use that with their words, blah, 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 right? And because of these illusions, you're unsure. So because you're unsure, you're not gonna, why bother speaking up? It's this individual really gives that energy. Why bother speaking up if I'm not gonna be heard? And they want either a divine feminine or a divine masculine to be in that energy. Why bother speaking up if I'm not gonna be heard? Because if no one's speaking up, no one's being heard, no one can tear down this tower that they built, right? Off of false illusions and manipulations. But that's not happening because someone's speaking up, someone's talking. All right, which is like, I don't know, it's a wheel is churning. It's like moving things forward just because someone is speaking up. Like this could even be like speaking their truth or their emotions or their feelings or their thoughts or their wants or just something simple as like, oh no thank you, I don't want hot chocolate, I would prefer a cup of coffee, whatever the case it is. It's little things like that, right? It's the little things that build up. So someone's talking, and this bitter copycat does not like that, right? They want someone to shut up and stop talking. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell this person because you can't stop people from talking forever, all right? This could even be preventing people from, other people from communicating with each other, right? This could be also someone, you know what I'm getting to? Whoever this copycat is, they do this thing where they triangulate people. They triangulate people. It's kind of like, let's say this copycat is talking to person A, right? But this copycat doesn't want person A talking to person B. So they will triangulate and sabotage their relationship and say, oh yeah, person A said blah, 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 this about you. So person B, and I used this example before. So person B would be like, oh, well, maybe I should go ask them why. And this person would be like, well, I don't think you should because they said they don't want to talk to you. So you shouldn't. Don't even waste your time talking to them, blah, 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 right? Meanwhile, person A is wondering why person B is not talking to them. This is what they do. They triangulate people. So that's that. All right, that's how you'll know who this person is. Right, so being in that energy, building towers off of that. You can't stop people from communicating. You can't stop people from talking. You can't stop people from speaking up. You can't stop people from doing what they want to do. You can't, right? And being in that energy is very dangerous because now you're that's going against someone's free will, and that's a gift. God gave us that gift. We have the Hermits on the fence. Someone is introspection, or they're deep into introspection right now. I don't know who it is. It could be this copycat. They're trying to figure out some things. They're trying to, like, I don't know, study or investigate something, but they're not getting anywhere with that. But I also feel like this divine feminine, divine masculine, they're like, they just know something. They just be knowing. Either it's the divine feminine or the divine masculine. They just know something. There's also that Virgo energy. Someone's health is very stable. Someone's health routines is very stable. That's why I was getting, it's about the details. It's about the details. I was getting this earlier. It's about the details. Virgo energy, that hermit energy, right? Someone's really paying attention to the details, right? Knight of Cups. So this could be either the divine feminine or the divine masculine is really paying attention to the details, and they want to offer somebody something. This could be a job position, romantic position, a romance, a love offer. Jesus Christ, right? Because somebody's really been paying attention to the details. So it's like whoever this person that's paying attention to the details, they know who they want to offer something to. Two of Pentacles behind that, upright. The Tower, reverse. Wow. So somebody knows that, and I was just talking about the Tower too. So the Tower reverse came out. There is somebody that's really trying to prevent a tower from falling. They want something to stay the same. They want something to remain unchanged, unfazed, untouched, right? Someone has to make a decision, right? And it's like, because it was the Knight of Cups upright, the Two of Pentacles upright, and the Tower reversed behind that. So whoever is making an offer, they're juggling the offers. It's like they're looking at the contracts, I guess. And I did a reading the other day, and it was talking about there's someone that's really really paying attention to, like, they're considering the contracts, right? Which contract is a dead end, and which contract is a step to moving forward, okay? And whatever contract is a step to moving forward, that's a contract, that's marriage, right? So that's that. So that's a side note. I'm going to get about 3 more, and then I'll close the reading. But I don't want to make this too long. We have the Fool upright. Yeah, somebody wants to start fresh. Somebody wants a new beginning. And I feel like with this Fool energy, that's the first house, that's Aries, that's I am. So somebody knows exactly what they want. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they want to say. They know exactly what they want to communicate. And I feel like somebody is afraid because whoever this copycat is, they're afraid of the person that's about to communicate, because what they're going to communicate is going to result in a new beginning for the person that's communicating. And this copycat, this narcissist, this what was me energy, they don't, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me. It's giving la 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 la. I can't hear you. And it's just like, yes, you can. You can hear me, right? It doesn't matter if you're in denial. It's still going to be said, and it's still going to happen. I feel like this person is in denial if they feel like they don't hear it, or if they can prevent someone from talking. Then it's never going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't exist. And if it doesn't exist, the tower is going to remain. That's very delusional. That's very dangerous to be in that kind of energy. Well, what have we here? Ooh, Sagittarius. I'm really scared. Somebody wants you to be scared of them. I feel like it's this copycat. Somebody wants... So if this is a karmic feminine, she wants divine feminine to be afraid of her. If this is a karmic masculine, he wants divine masculine to be afraid of him. But whoever this energy is, the reason why it's not working is because the projected fear, the fear that they're projecting is actually out of, like, fear of lack, fear of loss, fear of moving on, fear of change. And as a divine feminine, divine masculine, you're embracing that. Hello, we have the Fool. The Fool is, from my personal experience, from my personal opinion, I believe that the Fool card is the most powerful in all of tarot because it's like giving you a second chance. Right? It's giving you a second chance. So if divine feminine or divine masculine, they're like holding each other. They're holding each other. They're looking at each other. They're like, look, there's a marriage. They're ready to jump into this. You can't project that fear of don't move forward, don't do this, don't do that. You can't project that fear when they're strongly in this Fool energy. Right? That's the energy it's giving it's giving, right? Leap of faith. That's what it's giving. So it's like whoever is trying to, like, oh, you don't want to jump, you don't want to do that. Yes, I do. I absolutely want to jump. I absolutely want to do this. You can't. What? And it's like, well, what happens if you jump and you fall? Hello, literally, you've got wings. You're gonna fly. You'll be fine. You literally have wings, right? This person's trying to make it seem like you don't have wings. Like, what happens if you jump and there's rocks in the bottom? Like, I got wings. I'm good. Are you sure you got wings? What if your wings don't work? You're very like, can you calm down? Like, what is with the anxiety? That's because it's a projection, right? They want you to feel anxious so that you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. So then they just, congratulations, they won. That's the whole point. That's their job. Anyways, so yeah, let me get 2 more, then I'll close the reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles. It came out upright, but it turned on the fence. So this copycat, they're struggling with some sort of finances, resources, security. They could also struggle with their own self-insecurities as well. So, I mean, it's so weird because you want people to copy you, but you're not even like... I think... So whoever this individual is, they struggle with insecurities a lot, right? But the reason why they want people to copy them is because it's some sort of like validation for themselves. Like, yeah, I am good enough. Yeah, I am this. Yeah, I am that. And they only feel that way if they feel people are copying them or imitating them or hating on them. That makes them feel good. But realistically, that's not the case, right? Because you're like, oh, you should wear your hair like this, like me. You should dress like me. You should do, like, you're instigating it just so you could be like, oh, I don't know why they're always copying me. But that's weird, right? That's manipulation. That's illusions. That's games. So, I don't know. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Feminine, or this is just somebody who is... They're struggling with something about their health. Maybe their mental health, emotional health, physical health, financial health. Something about their health is a little off right now, right? And because of that, it's kind of like messing with their money, their resources, their stability, the things that they can hold on to tangibly, earthly things, right? Money, house, cars, clothes, things like that. And because of that, there's something going on with their reputation, or they're like weirdly obsessed with something that they should not be obsessed with. Oh, the obsession is sniffing out this courtship. They're obsessed with sniffing out this courtship. So this could be somebody who is so obsessed with sniffing out a courtship that they're kind of like not really paying attention to the other priorities in their lives. So it's kind of like affecting the things that they have, their finances, their jobs, their stability, their resources, blah, 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 blah. Because their obsession is taking a hold on them. So this person might be a little ill. They might be a little ill. All right. I'm getting, just because it's not officially diagnosed doesn't mean it's not there. So, I don't know. I'll get 1 to 2 more and then I'll close the reading. Anyways. We have the moon. So, the moon upright. That's exactly why this Queen of Pentacles on the fence, this copycat, she's so this could be a karmic feminine. She's kind of like losing her mind right now, or she's like steadily becoming more and more unstable because she can't figure this out. And God's basically saying, the Most High God is basically saying, yeah, well, it's not your business. Mind your business. The reason why you can't figure it out is because it's not for you to be figuring out. Mind your business. Why you want to know about other people's relationships or marriages or partnerships or money or this or that? Like, why are you so worried about it? That's not your business. Mind your business. And they can't. They're obsessed. And it's affecting them. It's affecting them because they need to know. They want to know. They want to know. They want to know. And they can't. And that's why God is keeping this partnership, this courtship, hidden. Keeping it a secret. That's why I keep saying, be very careful. Be very careful and cautious with your next moves moving forward. Because you do have someone that's very bitter that wants that. They're sniffing this out. They're like trying to sniff out. It's like a hound dog and trying to, where's the relationship? Right? It's like that. Look at all the demons in the water, right? This person, they're really trying to figure this out because they want to sabotage it. They want to prevent it from moving, from happening, from solidifying, from taking roots, okay? Because once that happens, the tower that they built is going to fall. So it's really, this karmic feminine is really operating out of survival. That's what that is. They're afraid of being left behind. They're afraid of being forgotten. They're afraid of not having. They're afraid of not having power, not having control. something about their reputation, their finances, their resources, their health, but that's neither here nor there. All right, last one. You know who this person is because they're a master at confusion. My phone just lit up. There's something very unclear. King of Wands upright. Interesting. Two of Wands upright. So the divine masculine in this could be a King of Wands. This, I feel like now it's shifting. Because I feel like this karmic feminine wanted to, there's something about her energy. She wanted to, like, I don't know, project her energy so badly on a courtship or a partnership. She wanted to, like, overpower it, blanket it, right? Thinking that if she did that, she would figure out what's going on, who's who, what's what. But it's not working. It's just showing how obsessed she is. It's just revealing her obsession with this courtship, this partnership, this business, this friendship, whatever this is. It's just revealing her hidden obsessions with it. And I feel like this King of Wands is, like, over it. I don't know, he's got all, this King of Wands, I'm not going to get too much into it because I feel like that's his business. But this King of Wands has a plan. He's, oh wow. The Queen of Swords reversed. That's who's the bitter one. Queen of Swords reversed. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or this is just about someone's really bitter because the partnership that they wanted for their future, it's not really happening. And no matter how much they communicate, this King of Wands energy is not listening because they're already focused on the whole plan. And their plan is the Fool energy, which is taking a leap of faith to start something new. So this is a reading. Hope it helps. Bye.